Hi guys, welcome to our last session for week 4. And those of you that have completed week 3, stand up, take a bow. You did awesome. You guys rock. You made it through the toughest week you will probably have during your entire time in school. You guys made it. You did well. Those of you that are still working on week 3, take a deep breath. It's okay. Just continue to work on it and then get it turned into me as soon as possible. Okay, guys, today we're going to go and take a look at the assignment and the assessment, and then we will do the demo on the assignment. Congratulations to you guys. You guys have come a long way since week 1. You've done a lot of work this month. We only have 1 page left, and it's not going to be that hard this week, I promise. As we learned all month long, web design is all about the end user and what they want and how they interact with web pages. Because most users don't like to scroll through a ton of images, interactive slideshows or carousels have become must know how to create process. Carousels are very, very popular because they don't have to scroll down the page and that sort of thing. So, looking at the wireframe and mock-up of the gallery page for this site, it's laid out in 8 images listed one right after the other. While this is probably doable in the desktop version, viewing this on a mobile device, even in landscape mode, can prove to be annoying to the end users. Creating a way to swipe or click touch through each of the images will give the user a much better experience. On the last page of your website, get ready to see how easy it is to create an interactive gallery using Dreamweaver's built-in tools and functions. So that's essentially what you're doing. The assignment has 2 parts. The first one, you will create the gallery page with a working slideshow or image carousel that works on multiple devices. Second, you're going to test and publish your site to make sure it looks correct on the web and mobile devices, and not just good on your computer screen. You will also test that the form works that you created in week 3 is functioning. You will test it by filling it out and then clicking your reset button. If when you click reset, everything disappears, then the form is working. So your part 1, you're going to copy the gallery images from the Lawn Care Site Images folder into your Images folder in your Site Root folder. You're going to open the gallery HTML page you created in week 1's assessment from the panel in Dreamweaver. You're going to choose one of the methods shown from the course media tutorials or the live session to create your slideshow or carousel with the 8 images you copied into the image folder. If you can't get a slideshow or carousel to work properly for all 3 screen sizes, desktop, tablet, mobile, insert the images per the grid layout from the wireframe. This will cause a deduction in points, but you can still pass the assignment if all other requirements are met. Not finishing this page and submitting the rest of the site without this page formatted may cause a failing grade for this assignment, so be sure to do at least step number 4. Week 4 assignment, part 2. You're going to test all your pages and make sure that they work properly. Test your navigation. Click on your services button. Make sure it goes to the services page. Click on the crew page and make sure it goes to the crew page. The contact page and the gallery page. Make sure that navigation bar is working. You're going to publish the site to a hosting server. We're going to be using Business Catalyst. If you do not have a hosting account, instructions on using Adobe Catalyst testing site are in the directions, and I'm going to demo it for you guys today. Then for the assessment, you are doing a short research paper. You are going to find 3 sources like blogs or news feeds or verified resources that you can rely on to help you keep up to date with emerging web technologies. With each resource, you're going to write a brief paragraph or 2, approximately 175 words for each source, of why you feel the resource will keep your fingers on the pulse of what may be or is coming down the pike regarding web standards. SEO requirements, HTML structure, CSS styling capabilities, or anything else you deem pertinent to help you continue your education in web design and development. Be sure to include links to the resources you found along with your write-up. One of the sites all of you guys should write about is W3C. It is the go-to site for every single professional web developer. Because W3C, well, they invented the whole principles for best practices and things like that. They are on top of all of that HTML, the new HTML5. They were the first to put that information out on it. They are the first to put information out on CC3 and W3C CSS, Bootstrap CSS. All of that can be found on their website. It is the go-to website. It's like the Bible for web design, guys. So if you haven't already taken the time to look at it, use it as a source so you can check out that website. There is a ton of information that will give you how to step by step on how to do something. Unplag does not work any longer, so you guys do not have to submit it to Unplag. You can just turn it in. You can use Word, just make just a regular document file, or you can use your InDesign if you prefer. Whichever way you guys want to do it, that's the way you can do it. Just make sure if you use InDesign, export it as a PDF, not an InDesign file. You're going to name your file DS248 Week 4 Assessment, your first name, your last name. And you're going to submit it. Any questions on the assessment? You can pretty much use any source you want as long as it pertains to developing standards. And they're going to be a site that's going to keep updated and things like that. APA format, yes, if you cite something specifically from an article, yes, put APA format on it. Otherwise, if you're just describing it, talking about answering the basic question on how it's going to help you, and you're really not using any in-text citations, just make sure you list the website address. You could use it for the heading for that paragraph. Make sense? Otherwise, it does not have to have a cover page or anything like that. But if you use in-text citations, make sure they're APA formatted and that you have a reference at the end. Otherwise, it's just 3 small paragraphs, and just make sure you remember to list your website for each of those paragraphs so I know which source you used. Any other questions? Well, then let's hop to Dreamweaver. Okay, guys, once you have your Dreamweaver up, first thing you're going to do, just like every week, just like last week, you're going to go to Site, Manage Site. Make sure that your lawn care site is highlighted blue and hit Done. And then you're going to open up the gallery page. Now, according to our wireframe, the gallery page is supposed to have that heading on it, right? Well, you can borrow that heading. That's called the dark banner. That's what we've been calling it on all the other pages, was dark banner. Inspiration gallery is what it's supposed to say. So you're going to go into your code. Go into code view so you can see it all. Minimize your header so you don't accidentally delete anything there. And then delete all this code. Everything between your 2 main tags, delete it. You should end up with just main tag and your cursor between it. And the first thing you're going to do is a div tag, and class equals row. And then you're going to do a div class equals dark banner, and do an H1. Inspirational gallery, is that what it said? I think so. Inspirational gallery. Yes. Oh, I spelled inspiration wrong. I thought so. And then you're going to find that row tag, because that's all on a row all by itself. You're going to hit your enter key and do a div class equals row. Hit your enter key. Now comes the fun and easy part. You're going to go to window, and you are going to open up your insert panel right there. Click insert, and it's going to open this little panel up for you. You see over here on the right hand side where it says, yours may say something different than form at the top, but it's still going to be a drop down. Click that drop down, and I want you to click on Bootstrap Components. It's going to change that menu. You're going to go through here until you find where it says Carousel and click it. And it's going to put in all of that code for you. Now we have to edit it. So we're going to start at the top. So right now, this is what your screen would look like. The carousel's there, but there's nothing actually in it. So we are going to put stuff in it. So div ID carousel, you can, all your divs are fine. And the OL class, leave all your class names exactly as they are. What we are specifically looking for is, we know according to our directions, there are 8 photos. Is that what it said? Yes, 8 photos. So we know we're going to need 8 data. Data slide to 2. Right now it only has 3. So we have to add the code for this. It's going to put your cursor after the LI tag on line 47. And you're going to do a new LI tag. Now, some of you have already figured out Dreamweaver does not like for you to copy and paste things. So you have to actually type it. Inside that first LI tag, the opening tag, you're going to type data dash target equals pound carousel 1. And then outside those quotations, you're going to space again and do data slide 2 equals 3. And then you're going to hit your enter key and do it all over again. LI data target equals pound carousel 1 data slide 2 equals 4 bracket into that one. We need to get all the way to 7, because as you can see, it starts counting at 0. So you need to go to 7. It's 5. Oops. LI data target equals 1 data slide 2 equals 6. And one more. Seven. Yay! Okay, so that's basically what that just did, is it created 7 placeholders for images. So now, underneath that ordered list, we are going to go down to where it says div class carousel inner row list box. And the first one says div class item active, and then it says image source. We need to pause and go into our Finder. Go into your student start files. Go into that lawn care site images folder, and you're going to see 8 gallery images. Copy them, and then go into your site root folder. Go into your images folder and paste them. There they are. And then go back to Dreamweaver. And we're going to replace all of this text. It says file Macintosh. Yours will probably say something similar to that. We're going to replace that with images, backslash. It's not going to give it to me. Sometimes you can start, there it is, images, browse. And I want the first gallery image. Open. And I'm going to leave everything else the same. So we go and find, there's that closing div tag. So look for any white text in between that. You have another div tag right underneath it that says div class equals carousel caption. First slide heading, first slide caption. Delete that. Those of you that want to fill something in there, go for it. Otherwise, just delete it so it's not there. And then move down to that next div tag that says div class item. And you're going to see the image source tag again. Highlight everything between the quotations and replace it. Images, and this time it's going to be gallery 2. And I'm going to delete that next div tag so that it doesn't have fake captions on it. And move down to your next div tag. Find that image tag, replace everything between your quotes. Images, gallery 3, and erase that div tag. Now then we're out of div tags because it only creates 3 for you. You have to create the rest. So after that closing div tag, I'm going to hit my enter key. And we're just going to type exactly what's up there. Div class equals item, and then an IMG, SRC, and it's images, backslash gallery, and it's 4. And find that in div tag, put my cursor after it. It didn't put our alt text in here. We need to add that. Come on. Alt equals 4th slide image, class equals center dash block, and the closing tag for that. And then that end div tag, I'm going to hit my enter key one more time, and we're basically going to do the exact same thing. Div class equals item, and then your IMG tag, SRC, images, backslash gallery 5 this time.
So we're deleting the slide headings and captions too?
Yes. And the alt would be 5th. slide image. I misspelled image. I misspelled slide up here. And then class equals center block and the closing tag. And then that end div tag, put your cursor after it, hit your enter key. And div class equals item and your img tag again. It's kind of repetitive this week. And it's center block. SRC equals, there it is, img, and we're on 6, 5, 6. And then alt 6 slide image, class equals center block, and just don't forget that closing tag, that little less than sign, otherwise nothing is going to work correctly. That's the 6th one. So now our very last one, div class equals item, and then the img src equals images gallery and 7. No, we have one more after this. Alt equals then the slide image and class equals center block in that closing tag. And enter after that closing div tag one last time. Div class equals item and img src images gallery 8 alt equals eighth slide image, class equals center block and that closing tag. So now I'm going to save all. Split, and you can see our image gallery is starting to work here. There's our images, and it gives us 8 little dots down here. So let's go back and look at what's at the bottom here. So now you get into this anchor class. Left carousel control, the carousel 1, the button. This is where it is going to activate the buttons and allow users to click on those dots or the little next arrow. So that is the carousel, guys. It's pretty easy. Just remember, when you first put in that code, do your row tag. Your row tag should be the first thing you do under the main tag. And then in between that row tag, you're simply going to go over and hit the carousel button. Give Dreamweaver a second and it's going to populate all of this code in there. First thing you're going to do is this ordered list tag. You need to add 0 through 7 so it includes your 8 images. So you have to repeat that li tag 4 more times. You're going to do exactly what it says on this line. Again, don't copy and paste, guys, because it's going to end up not working correctly. Dreamweaver does not like a lot of copying and pasting. Save yourself a headache and just type it out. Just change 2 to 3, and then 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. And just repeat that entire line of code, just changing that one little number on each line until you get to 7. And then you're going to go down to the div class carousel inner role, and then you're going to go down and find that div class item active. You're going to see an image tag right after that div tag. You're going to change the source file to your gallery 1 image. So just delete what's there and start typing images, and then it'll give you the choice to browse, or if you can just start typing gallery and you'll see it pop up, and just click on the one you want and it'll fill it in. And then right under that image tag, you're going to see another div that's called carousel captions. Erase that entire div and the content between its 2 div tags. Just erase it. And you're going to do that for each one. Once you run out of div tags, it only produces 3 of them for you. So when you get down to this very last one, you're going to find its closing div tag. You're going to hit your enter key and you're going to retype div class item, and then you're going to retype that image tag, the entire image tag, and just change it to the picture you need it to be. Like I did for mine. Like
Where was that we had to delete?
Say that again.
I said I can't find that coding you just told us to delete.
Did you place your carousel HTML on the screen already?
Yeah.
Okay, then you should have a div that says class carousel caption.
Okay, it's up above what we were doing, right? No, it's right below that. Did I already delete it? Is it after the pictures we just put in?
Yes, it's after each picture.
Oh, I must have already deleted it with each picture. I might have deleted too much. Are we supposed to, we were deleting everything after source, right? Source file, just all of that, and then I was deleting the first heading, second, like the slide caption.
After the source file, you were just deleting what's in that first set of quotation marks, which is the file path. And you were replacing it with your file path, which should be images / gallery1.png, I think is what they are.
Yeah, that way it just says class center block after the image.
Yes, it's supposed to say that. And then you should have a closing tag for that image, the little less than sign.
Yeah.
And then your next line down, you should have another div tag that says class equals carousel caption.
Yep, I don't have that.
Did you delete it already?
Yes.
Okay, then that's fine.
I guess I just deleted all of that and just retyped the class center block.
Yes.
Okay.
So after you have finished all of your code, you're just going to put some extra code down here at the bottom. Just leave all of that there. Make sure you hit save all. And the first thing you're going to do is go to File, and you're going to go to Real-Time Preview and choose Google Chrome, Firefox. You can do it in Safari. Safari just doesn't always act the best. Now, a lot of you are going to get this error, exactly what I got, that says you tried to access an external HTML page which cannot be opened. It is a bug in Dreamweaver. Just go to your Finder. Find your site root folder. Find your gallery page. And just drag it out to your web browser and drop it. It will open your gallery. and you will see your desktop view. So now test it. See if it shrinks down the way it's supposed to. It does. There's cell phone view. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Tablet view is about right here. And your buttons work. Check those. Make sure you can click on the little dots and that you can click on the buttons and it moves. And then you have your desktop size, which is about right here. Then test your pages, guys. Make sure your links are working. So click on your services page. Make sure it goes to the service page. Gallery page, it works. The crew page, contact us. Test your form before you upload it. It'll just save you time. Just put some random stuff in each little box. Check mark some random stuff, and then just go down and hit reset. If everything clears and it goes back to the way it originally was, your form works. You're good. So then you're going to go back to Dreamweaver. Make sure everything's saved, and you're going to close every tab. Don't close Dreamweaver, but close all your tabs and go to your Files panel right here. So you click on that little Files tab that's right here on the right-hand side. We're going to need that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go back to your web browser. You're going to go up to the top, go to Google, and type in Adobe Business Catalyst. It's going to pull it. The website address is businesscatalyst.com. You're going to click on it. There is going to be a sign-in. They've changed their website. There it is. There's going to be a sign-in button at the top right-hand corner. It took a second to load. And you are going to sign in using the exact same login as you use for Creative Cloud. And I can never remember my password. Oh, come on. Oh, I misspelled my email address. That's why. Hello. There it goes. And it's going to log you into Business Catalyst. Now, those of you that have already had Muse and it was a recent class, you're probably going to see something that looks similar to mine when you log on to Business Catalyst. So you're going to go up, and in that right-hand corner, it's not going to let me click there anymore. Come on. You're going to click on Dashboard. And once you've clicked on Dashboard, it may reset itself. Mine didn't. It stayed the same, which is fine. You're going to go down and you're going to do Web Hosting, Trial Site, Launch Site. And you're going to pick one, click Launch Site again, and it's going to done. Did it give me my drop down now? No. This is the bad thing about having to log on to the website, guys, because sometimes it gets a little messy. Yahoo.com. And it closed. Let's see. BusinessCatalyst.com. Come on. Business Catalyst has been really slow today. Usually it's really fast. Okay, back at your dashboard. Used to, you could click right here and just override that site. Let's see if we can go to edit and do it. Nope, can't be done in their edit. They changed their site again, guys, so we're going to have to figure this out. Go to Site Manager. Nope, add a domain, invite a customer. Oh. Edit. Nope, you edit it. There is a way to remove this from here. It used to be right here. Okay, I clicked edit. Is there a way to delete it? Site settings. Oh, no. We've already done edit. Don't want to do that again. Let's go to Adobe Help and find out. I want to remove a site. In the top tab bar, click on Clients tab. Okay, I didn't see anything called Clients tab. So you guys see anything called Clients tab? No. Let's see, can I right click on this? No, it doesn't do anything. Site settings. I want to, there it is. Maybe you can click on site domains and get rid of it. Oops. Oops. Site management. There it is. Under site settings, there is another site management link. Click on it and hit delete. It's going to ask you to type in your password. Reason for cancellation, you can just mark other and hit delete site and hit OK. That's hard work. They change the site all the time. The site was successfully deleted. And close that tab. You're going to have to log on to Business Catalyst one more time. And now you will see your last name most likely in this top left-hand corner up here. Click on the drop down and choose Create New Site. And you're going to use a free responsive template. You're going to hit Continue. In the template, you're going to scroll down until you find where it says your CSS, your HTML, and click Continue. Get the site a name. Name it Lawn Care. And do Create Trial Site. And Business Catalyst is going to think about it, and then it's going to pop up to the congratulations. And you're going to click on Manage Site. You're going to type in your email address again, same logon as Creative Cloud. Now, you need to check your email address that is associated with the logon. So we're going to have to check my Yahoo email. And you're going to see an email in there for Adobe Business Catalyst. In that email is all the information you're going to need to upload your site. So just keep it handy. You're going to go back to Dreamweaver at this point. You're going to go to Site. You're going to go to Manage Sites. And on your lawn care site, you're going to hit the pencil key to edit. You're going to click on Servers and click the plus sign. It's going to say server name. You can just call it Lawn Care. And it's going to ask you for the FTP address. You're going to go back to your email. And it's going to tell you the FTP address is this address right here. You're going to copy it, go back to Dreamweaver, paste it in that box. Make sure you did not accidentally copy any extra spaces. There shouldn't be a space before it or after it. And then you're going to click on username. Go back to your email. Your username is not where it says username. You need to go down to the little text underneath there that says for secure FTP login. Your username is, and copy that long username. It will end with your email address. Don't copy the comma. Copy it. You're going to paste it here in username. Now, where it says connect using, you're going to choose SFTP. Your password is going to be the exact same thing you use to log into Creative Cloud. And you're going to hit test. Dreamweaver connected to your web server successfully. That means you put in all the information correctly. If you do not get that message, if it tells you connection failed or you couldn't log in, first, make sure you have SFTP. Right here. Then make sure You have an SFTP address and there's no extra space right here at the front. If there is, delete it. Then make sure you check your username. Most of the time though, it's you accidentally tapped your password wrong. So if you checked all that, retype your password and try the test again until you get a successful connection. Once you do, you're going to hit OK. And then you're going to hit save. And you'll see it pop up in the little window. And you're going to hit save again. And it's going to give you a little message asking you that the folder you have chosen is the same as the folder for site lawn care. Yeah. You're going to hit OK. It's because I have the same name multiple times in here. I need to erase those. And it's going to tell you it's going to create a cache. Just hit OK. And then hit done. Now then, in your Files tab right here on the right, you're going to go to this little plug icon right here, and you're going to click it to plug it in. And once you get that little check mark, that little message disappears. You're going to go over and you're going to click this little up arrow. Make sure your site folder, this folder here, is highlighted before you hit that up arrow. And then you're just going to click that up arrow. Are you sure you wish to put the entire site? Yes, want to put it all up there. Okay, Anna, I'll be posting the recording as soon as we're done and YouTube processes it. I'll put it on in the classroom. It may take it a minute, few minutes, depending on your internet connection, to upload all the files. You've got a lot of stuff by now, a lot of images, a lot of CSS. You've created some JavaScript when you did the carousel using Bootstrap. So it may take it just a little bit to upload. Once it's finished, that little box will disappear. Now, you're going to go back to that email because your website address is where it says site. That is your website address. Click on it. Uh-oh. Showcase your creativity. Here's the thing with Muse. You're going to go back to your Adobe where we logged in to create trial site, and you're going to click that manage site. Type in your password again. And you're going to go over to the side and you're going to click on Site Manager. And you're going to go down and click on Pages. It's going to show you all your pages. And you're going to notice you have this page in there called Homepage, Homepage. Put a check mark in the box next to it and go all the way over to the right and hit Edit. At the very bottom, hit Delete and then hit OK. And then your lawn care site, hit refresh, and ta-da, there it is. And check all your pages. Make sure they load correctly and that they look right and that your navigation bar is still working, that your gallery is still working. Make sure your contact form works one last time. Just hit the reset button. Yep, it works. Once everything is working, you're just going to copy this web address at the top. And you're going to paste it in the comments box where you upload your zip folder. Once again, you need to turn in your entire site root folder, not just the HTML files. I have to have the entire folder. That includes your HTML, your .css file, your images folder, Now you're going to have a JS folder, and you're going to see a bootstrap.css. You're going to see several other folders now. I need all of that in order to grade your final, guys. Not turning in the entire site root folder is going to mean a very poor grade on your folder. Make sure you get the entire site root folder turned in. Now your site root folder is much larger than it was before. You're going to see all kinds of things: notes, CSS folder, a fonts folder, an images folder, a JS folder. I need all of those files in order to grade the final. Make sure you get them turned in. Once you've uploaded it, copy your website address, paste it in the comments, zip all your files, zip that site root folder, compress it, zip it, and then rename it to DS248. Final assessment, your first and last name. And you're going to submit that zip folder. And then you are going to copy and paste in the comments box, and then you're done. And that's it for week 4. Building that carousel is pretty simple. Just watch where you're at in your code. That's usually the #1 thing that happens, is you forget where you are in your code, and you end up forgetting that closing image bracket. Or you accidentally put your cursor after the row tag and make a new div there instead of doing it before that closing row tag div. Just make sure you know where you're at in your code before you start typing. If you test it that carousel is not working, it means you have a typo in your code, or you decided to copy and paste. If you copied and pasted, guys, there's not anything I can do to magically fix it. You are going to have to retype it. Dreamweaver does not like copying and pasting. Things tend to not work after you've done it one too many times. It decides to just ignore whatever you pasted there, so things don't work. You have to type it. If you just type it from the beginning, you will save yourself a big headache. It doesn't actually take that long. You just seen me do it. It didn't take me 15 minutes to create that carousel. So even though you guys don't know what you're doing, it's not going to take you. If it only took me 15 minutes, the most it's going to take you is 30. Make sure you know where you're at in your code, and watch for typos. If something is not working, go back to your code. Most likely you have a typo somewhere, or you've copied and pasted, or you forgot the closing bracket at the end of the image tag. Those are usually the 3 biggest problems, because you don't have to do any CSS. Because you use the Bootstrap carousel, it automatically created your responsive CSS. So you don't have to do anything with it. All you're doing is that code. If you run into trouble, be sure to email me and you can't figure it out. Make sure you check for typos and stuff before you send it to me. If you can't figure it out, send it to me and let me take a look at it so I can tell you what's wrong with it. But this is pretty simple. Usually if there's a problem, it is the typo. So look for that first, because you don't have to mess with your CSS style sheet this week. It's done for you. All you have to do is type out that code. So just watch for typos, guys, and don't forget that little bracket after you finish typing out all the image information. Any questions? Guys, we have used up about an hour, but I know this is the last week. And there's going to be plenty of questions and plenty of help that is needed. So what I thought was Wednesday, I would open the room. Does that sound like a good idea to you guys? I will open the room up at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm going to send an email out to let everyone know as well, but I'm going to open up my Zoom room at 2 p.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday. If you need help or have questions, come in and see me on Wednesday. Sound good, guys? Okay, then guys, we will call it an evening, and if you need help, I will see you on Wednesday. Again, guys, this has been an awesome class. You guys have done amazing. I am very proud of all of you. Oh, I will see you later, guys. Have a good evening.